Alright guys, it's finally the weekend, and yo, it feels freaking great. It's nice and hot. It's sunny. Woo. And we about to put in some work on the Kia. Oh yeah. So this is what we're working with. We got a air filter and a couple hoses. Coolant hoses. Let me show you why I got this for her. So those are the two hoses we're going to be replacing. Upper hose and lower hose. And here we go. See this little line right here? Hopefully this is a better view. This line is actually like a crinkle. It looks like a crack. That line right there is a bad sign. That's showing that this is about to blow. It's gonna be crazy if Skylar's just driving down the road and the hose is bust on her. Then the car's gonna overheat and the engine's gonna be smelling all sweet and nasty. Well, let's go and get started. First, we gotta get the Kia on some jack stands. But yo, I got a little hack. Check this out. I got all this mess in the way. Before I got into cars, I bought this a while back, thinking that it would help a lot. This is pretty much just a pair of ramps. So the idea is to, you know, just roll the car up on some ramps. The thing is though, with the lube being so low, the lube cannot get on these ramps at all. But yo, since we're working with the Kia and it's not lowered, we can use these ramps instead of the jack and jack stands. What y'all think about that? Yeah, that's that high life. Woo! Alright, so again, we're going to be replacing those two hoses, and pretty much we're just going to be flushing the coolant. If you've never flushed coolant in your car before, or you're kind of hesitant about it, let me show you how easy it is, because I've done it on the Kia before, and I've definitely done it on the Lude a bunch of times. With lots of trial and error, I finally figured it out, and it's the same exact concept with pretty much any other car, unless it's really new and it has some type of complex way to go about it. But yeah. Well, anyways, you want to get yourself like a drain pan. There's going to be a little nozzle on the bottom of this radiator, which you'll be able to drain the coolant. And it's going to be right here. It's going to look something like this. Make sure you got your pan ready. Ah, freak. Ah, ouch. This is hard. This is rough. Okay. Oh, this is terrible. Get bitch. Yo, this thing is destroying my fingers. Well, I was lazy, but it looks like I'm gonna have to take off this cover so I can access that nozzle. So I'll have more leverage to loosen it real quick. Alright, the cover's off, and this is how it looks. It's this black piece right here. Okay, more leverage. Yeah, that was way easier. Don't forget, we gotta open this cap to allow airflow into the system so the coolant will come out faster. Gross. Oh, yeah. And we just let it empty out. Once that's done, we can remove these two hoses, put in the new ones, and fill it back up. Now all we gotta do is fill up the coolant.
What? Where's the coolant at? You bought more coolant?
I have a little trick on how I fill up the coolant. Instead of just filling it directly in the radiator, I like to do it through the upper radiator hose. I've done this so many times, and for whatever reason, this is just the most effective way versus just pouring it straight into the radiator. So we'll pull this upper hose out. Sheesh. Oh man. Whew. Alright, so to my understanding, if you were to just pour directly into the radiator, let's say if you pour too much too quickly, there might be some air bubbles that also go through this upper hose and will trap it in there. So by filling it directly through the upper radiator hose first, you'll minimize getting air bubbles in there, and once this hose is full, you plug it back up and then fill into the radiator. Does that make sense? Well, I mean, it works for me, so if you're having trouble with filling up coolant, try that way. Alright, once your coolant is full, you start the car, let it heat cycle a couple times until the fan comes on, fill up the coolant as it gets low. Well, alright guys, that's it. That's the beauty in buying car parts for my girlfriend. I get to install them myself. But I really hope you guys learned something from this video. I actually learned things along the way. And one thing that I took away from this experience is replacing that lower radiator hose is freaking tough. That thing was stressing me out, but yo, we got it. And the key is all good. What a success. Oh yeah. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.